Thank you.
Stuffy.
Welcome to the June 25th meeting of the Perlow Crawford Memorial Library Board of Trustees. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I'd like to welcome Stephanie back on the board and welcome Ben back on the board.
Yeah, really.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And congratulations, Pat.
Oh,
Yeah, really.
let's see. Let's start with a review of the minutes, the meeting minutes of, we'll do the open board meeting minutes first, and then I'll pass out the executive session meeting minutes. And I'll take a motion whenever you're ready.
Good job, Cal. Doing the job for the first time. Yeah, great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have a motion?
I make a motion we accept the meeting minutes from June 4th.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I will abstain because I was not a member at that point.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're going to pass out the executive session minutes from June 4th. There may be an extra one there. I need a copy of that in case you need it to give to Laura.
I was going to ask you about that.
I'll take a motion whenever you're ready.
The third line of the second paragraph, it should be July 24th, 2018, not 19, shouldn't it? Because we kind of haven't gotten to July 24th, 2019
Yeah.
yet.
That's correct. Thank you. That would be a motion as amended.
We're time traveling.
Motion as amended.
May we have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye. With one extension.
Do we hand these back?
No,
I don't-
no, that's been approved for release. Okay. Next, we have the director's report.
So we kicked off summer reading yesterday. We're all still alive.
Yeah,
It was very busy.
good.
And it looks like we're in for a busy summer, but the kids were very enthusiastic about our opening event, so that was good. And we've got all kinds of things. Some of you who have signed up for summer reading have your little flyer with all the cool stuff going on. Come see lasers on tomorrow. Oh God, tomorrow. Okay. The laser guy is here. We have cotton candy science, which should be fun. We have our guy doing a thing on rockets for kids. That should be fun. So it's all on the website. The calendar on the website is all there. So that should be. It's going to be a busy month, but it should be good.
I'm looking forward to the Wonderettes.
They are, and I saw one of them on Sunday and confirmed that they are practicing. I'm not sure how much they're practicing because they haven't seen each other in a while, but they are, yeah. So the Wonderettes are the girl group from the 50s and 60s, so they should be a lot of fun. They're very talented. I did, somebody had, one of the songs that they do is Mr. Sandman, and somebody had jokingly posted something that they'd found on Facebook that was about Mr. Sandman, but was written, "So bring me a man made out of sand." And they said they might sing that version instead, and I asked that they please didn't. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it should be a good month, so stop by the library. And if you have not stopped by and signed up for adult summer reading, those of you who are here, we do have adult summer reading. You are all welcome to come and sign up. Every time you come in and check items out, you're entered into a gift card drawing for the week. And then our grand finale prize is since our theme for the year is a universe of stories, so it's all outer space themed. So our grand prize for both the adults and the teens is a fleece throw that has the solar system on it, and then a little like nightlight that looks like the moon and changes color. Very cool.
Nice theme.
So
Nice theme. You got it all going with the theme.
you should have seen Lita and I yesterday in our outer space dresses. We had outer space dresses on because one of my friends who's a librarian found these on Amazon and was like, "You all need outer space dresses." So
Yeah, that's good. And how's Lita doing? Is she settling
she
in?
is settling in. She was a little today, just her and I in the library. She's a little kind of not sure, but she only had to come and find me once to ask how to do something. So she's settling right in and making friends with the kids and. Already you'll see a couple of small changes in how things are stored and organized and so on. So, she's hit the ground running.
Yeah, we're grateful to Pam Shenevert, our previous children's youth services librarian, for coming in on Lita's first day.
Pam came in on her own time for a couple of hours on Lita's
Nice.
first day to get her oriented and let her know some of the things she needed to know. So that was good.
And congratulations to you on being on the legislative committee.
I'm not sure whether that's congratulations or condolences.
It's be careful what you wish for kind of thing.
Condolences then.
But yeah, I was asked if I would join in that committee, and they do a lot of good work, so it'll be exciting to work with them.
I think it'll be nice that we'll probably get
Exactly.
information probably.
It's and a lot of the libraries that have, so it's a group of about 6 that are the legislative committee, and most of the other libraries are northern central, so it'll be nice to kind of have
Exactly.
that
Yes.
bridge
South
through the central region.
Yes,
So.
definitely. Anyone have questions for Drusilla based on the report here? Let's look at the budget. There we go.
Yeah, we're obviously going to be under budget for the year in part because there was no director's salary paid for several months and then no youth services librarian salary paid for several months, so that's a fairly significant line item that we had no control over. But we should be under budget and pretty much on track for most stuff that we could possibly control. There's not much I can do about the telephone bill, unfortunately. So.
Do you know what other libraries use for service for their phones?
I mean, it's pretty much, I mean, honestly, our phone bill for the amount, for the number of lines we have is very reasonable.
Yeah.
I think it was just budgeted lower than it should have been. We also have a second line because we have the fire alarm monitoring.
Yep.
And so that feeds into that line
Yep.
item as well. So, the bills are very reasonable. It's just they add up over the course of a year.
we'll finish budget first. Does anyone have any questions on the budget?
Just that this is through May 30th?
Yes. Yep. So this is a month out.
1 month ago, yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be very close by the time you're
Yeah.
done, since we're bottom line budget. you know.
Yeah. You know, we'll be under overall, which is really what I look for, that we're not going over the total amount the town thinks we should spend.
Is it freezing in here? Is it raining?
Yeah, it's a bit chilly.
That's okay, it's been hot in the library all afternoon, so.
It's kind of an on again, off again type of.
Yeah, you never know what you find in this room.
Yeah. It's either hot or cold.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. Looking at the budget and talking about the equipment things reminded me that we have we need to remove Richard from the list on the fire.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on my list to do. It was supposed to be today, but I was a little busy.
Okay.
So, because I need to add Lita on
Yeah.
and take him off.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So the 2020 budget, that was approved, so we spoke of that last week, so we're all set with that. Children's room checkout update?
Sue is due to be at the library next week, either Monday or Tuesday, and tackle that. No promises it'll be done Monday or Tuesday, but they're gonna at least start looking at what pieces we have and what they can hook together, so.
Okay. Anything else on the facility report?
I think so.
Light,
All of it-
how's
all
the
of it.
light, the solar light, the flagpole?
I haven't been there after dark, but Dennis promised that he was, when I talked to him last week, he said he would drive by it after dark and let me know.
Oh, he still hasn't done that.
Well, the next time I saw him, he said it was fine, so, or
Oh,
sort of
okay.
didn't, he was on to the next project, so I'm assuming that,
Okay.
but I haven't been there after dark, so I was actually gonna see how dark it was when we left, since it's raining and kinda.
I've driven by. I think it's working.
I think so too, just because Dennis said if it wasn't, he would let me know. And then when I saw him, he was on to the light bulb that's out, so. But yeah, the toilets are all behaving themselves.
How about the shelving? We're all set with the shelving now? Is all done and
yeah,
up and?
everything is in
Okay.
place. You know, yeah.
And what about lawn maintenance? I know George Martin mentioned to me that weeding
Dennis was
gonna be on
by
his,
to mow Thursday,
Mhm.
last Thursday, so it's been mowed.
Mhm.
Yeah, there is some weeding that
Yeah.
needs doing. But, it's the mowed, and then I was gonna ask Dennis about, because it's not urgent, but there are a couple of shrubs that are starting to get a little shaggy. As long as we don't trim the chicken tree.
Yeah.
One of the dogwood trees out front is looking alarmingly like a chicken. It's kind of growing in a split, so it has a tail and then it has a long skinny part that's like the head, and so we're calling it the chicken tree. If you drive by and there's a tree with googly eyes and a beak, that's because we decorated the chicken tree appropriately. But I mean, the lawn, the lawn's not shaggy, and most of it's just, there's a couple spots that have a couple of weeds. It's not too bad at the moment, so.
That's good. Long-range plan update?
So I have collected all of the surveys that were here up at Town Hall, and then at the library we had, I can't remember, I counted them, about 50 came in, so it was a good number came in. I've started looking over those so that I can try to, we got distracted slightly with getting Lita settled and in place, but we'll be looking over those over the next week or so and try to, pull some themes out of that and hopefully start drafting a plan next month, although I will also be working on ERIS report for the state, so.
Well, that report, the long-range plan is due October 1st.
Yeah, it's due October, so, but like I said, I've glanced over them. There are some themes that I kind of see.
Yeah, I
There's
thought
some
that would happen.
things, there are some things that I look at that I see that it's clearly just that people are not aware of things that we already do, so it's just a matter of trying to, there are a couple of things that people.
That's a good thing to know too, though.
But there are a couple of things too that you know, they want that we have no control over, you know. The building, the chairs in the building, you know, like one person wanted something different with the building, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna remodel because we just did that, you know. But yeah, so working on that, have already started sort of drafting some ideas for the strategic plan, so hopefully, if we're really lucky, July, but otherwise August, hopefully I'll have a draft for the board to look at.
So is that the only community input you get is from those surveys? That's such a small part of it. Like, I've been on strategic planning before with other organizations, and it's usually like, I remember meeting several times just about their strategic plan.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a group input, but, you know, and have meetings and so on, but there are a lot of people that want to have input but don't necessarily want to go to a meeting, which is why the survey, you know, we caught a lot of our regulars that way who would not have come to a meeting, but, you know, gave us the written input.
And you'll be working with the staff, I'm guessing,
Yes,
to
yeah,
sit
I've
down. I
already
think
talked to
a
the
lot of
staff
people will
about
come to
it.
Staff and then
Yep.
and trustees.
You know, and like I said, we'll do the draft for the board to look over and have a chance to do input.
Okay.
Yeah, there was recently a theme of on the library trustees listserv regarding change. Did you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, and the one that they recommended basically had 2 meetings.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they said is when you have a lot of community input and people aren't aware of the budget restrictions and other things that may be confining, you tend to get really broad ideas that aren't realistic.
Yeah, and that was one thing that the state library said, is that, you know, you can have a lot of meetings and there are a lot, that's one way to do it, but you're gonna get a lot of stuff in those meetings that, you know, is much broader, or that people are like, they have a great idea, but we need $1 million to do it.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, so.
The internet access policy.
Yes. Does anybody need a copy that I did email it out?
Yes, please.
I do, yes, please.
2,
Thank
3.
Oh, I could go.
Coming from both
You can
directions.
share.
There you go, you're going every
Okay.
direction.
Coming both directions, there you go.
Oh, wow, this is a long one.
So this is actually one that I don't have any changes to recommend, just want the board, you know, the board to look it over and see what it says.
Looks fine to me.
Same.
Yep.
I have no changes to, I'm surprised actually though, 2010,
Yeah,
I
I
look
was
at it as we're going into
actually-
2019,
I know.
I'm surprised we don't have changes
Yeah, I
to
was
me.
actually surprised when I pulled it.
I
I
thought
tried
we
to pull,
updated it at some point.
but I tried to pull one that was older,
Yeah.
you know, as to
Yeah.
try to, and when,
Yeah, because I.
okay,
yeah.
it still makes sense, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
We may have done the
Plans,
same
you-
thing
Mhm.
when we looked at it a few
Yeah.
years
Is there
ago.
still only
Yeah.
3 public access points or hotspots?
Yes, because that's more than enough to cover the geographic area
Oh, yeah.
of the bill, yeah.
Okay,
3.
I just
mean,
didn't
we
know
could-
if you
with-
wanna-
With modern technology, we could actually get away with pretty much 1.
Right.
You know, but yeah, there are
We'll go with
3,
3, yeah.
there's the main wireless router, and then there are 2 like boosters in the corners,
Right.
so, yeah.
I still think that we need to be numbering our policies, like, or some type of like,
Okay.
some kind of, to give it sequential order and,
Yeah, Article 1, Section 5.
or policy
Just an example.
one, yeah.
In the, how many policies are there? when
I
you look
keep
at them.
finding new ones.
Oh, my
Um,
God. Point taken,
No.
Kathy. We need to have them
No,
numbered.
Yeah.
so what I've done is I
Yeah.
think at this point the reason I say that is I just found another one last week while I was
Oh.
looking for something else.
Yep.
And it's something that I have a hard copy of, but
Okay.
I don't have, like, I thought I had them all on my computer, and it turns out apparently I don't.
So my feeling is there should be a print hard copy of them all in like a binder
Yes,
or a
and
book.
that is actually my to-do list for tomorrow.
Yeah.
There is
It was,
one,
it
but
was
obviously
on
they're not
my,
all in there.
Yeah.
it
There
was
is
on my
one.
to-do list for today. It actually says
Yeah.
on my calendar, policy binder.
And this way we
'cause
can
I've been
number
gathering
them
But
and-
then, when I found the other one,
Yep.
so there will be a hard copy, and then eventually we'll be able to put a hard copy of all of them updated and approved at the circ desk as well as,
Perfect.
you know.
Do we have them available online?
Hang on.
We have a number of them
Yeah.
online.
I was gonna say, I
think
know a
they're
lot
most
of them
That's
are.
just it, that's a good question. How many?
I know a lot of them are, but I don't know
Yeah,
that
not all of them are.
all of them. But like I said, I keep finding things in places that I don't expect them, so.
I haven't logged in when I'm at the library in a really long time. Does this pop up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
remember
when
something
you,
popping up, so I want to
when
make sure.
you try to connect your device,
Okay.
you know,
You
you
have to
tap on the
agree
name,
to-
it gives you a thing, and it also says something about you're not gonna do anything illegal using our internet connection.
Yeah.
And you have to hit accept.
And have we
Yeah.
looked at other policies from other libraries just to make sure?
This is really, really standard,
Okay,
this one.
that's
Like,
what I
we are,
figured.
we
Okay.
are very in line with what other
Okay.
libraries do.
Perfect.
We're all set with that? Okay, so no
Alright.
changes.
No.
And you just probably want to date it at the bottom, because that may have what happened last time.
I think we should
Re-
say reviewed.
Reviewed on this date.
Yeah.
So again, because I do remember going through this once upon a time, just reviewed on such and such a date,
Yeah.
so when it comes up again, oh, we just did that one.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, there is a binder in pieces on my desk right now, it just hasn't been completely put together. Because the file cabinets keep yielding new treasures.
Okay, the next, the FY20 meeting schedule. Joyce?
Yes, I believe everybody should have a copy of the meeting schedule for the next fiscal year. So these happen to be on the, is it the third Tuesday? Or is it third Tuesday of the month, right? Third Tuesday of the month for the remainder of 19 and 20.
It's actually the last Tuesday in every month.
Is it the fourth?
No, it's the fourth typically.
Fourth, so it's not the third, it's the fourth.
It's the
Yeah.
fourth, yeah.
So I don't know if anybody wants to change the meeting dates,
We
times.
may need to, I think Thanksgiving, is that on the 28th this year?
Yes, it is.
It is, so,
November 26th.
occasionally that week can be a problem for people.
Yeah, December 24th too.
So actually, there's five.
Right, right.
I don't know,
Those
that's
are the-
fine with me. I don't-
There's 5 Tuesdays in October, so if our meeting is on the 22nd, so 4 weeks from then would be November 19th.
It's fine
Is
with me.
that gonna be a better date for folks?
Well, having December 24th, sometimes we've chunked 2 into 1.
Right.
Like it gone like the second week of December, and kind of given everybody a break around the holidays,
Mhm.
both ways.
So you mean like skip November entirely and do
Yep.
it this, oh, okay.
Yeah, we depend on.
And don't do November, December, just
are
do
you
all
gonna
in
do-
December.
Yeah,
too.
do a December,
That
October,
actually
November,
like
December.
makes
December.
more sense.
Okay, so what's the
Yeah,
recommendation
plans
for
do
date?
not
So
Well,
we
no,
don't
because then we could
go
do
too long.
December 17th.
10 or
Yes,
17, I would
December
say.
As long as we have the regular October meeting.
Do you want to do 10, since we're skipping?
I think 10 makes more sense.
Yeah, 'cause we're
December
skipping.
10th.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right.
December 10th.
And is the room available, so that would be the November.
We've been known to have to move.
December meeting.
We find that out, go, oops, meeting somewhere else this,
All right, so.
for us, fine.
Next. Yeah, because
Oh,
December
I know.
24th
Yeah.
obviously would not work for
I acted
anyone.
that one
Then we
lost.
end up with May again, with the day after Memorial Day conflict. Do we want to do the 19th of May?
don't know, that one doesn't really bother me, but
I probably
It's
would
me.
prefer, it might be just me, but
You prefer, yeah.
I would prefer the 19th, but
It would be
don't do
easier, I
for
think,
me.
from my end on the 19th, because the
Oh.
day after a holiday, a long weekend is gonna be really busy
Sure.
at the library.
Then that's fine.
So what's the date, Pat?
May 19th. And I
Now that
think the
we'll
rest of
have
them
a
are
stack
good,
of books
so
as tall as we are to
we can now say that we meet more or less every fourth Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. So once the calendar is updated,
Yep.
it can be provided to Laura, and then
Yep.
we'll be all set for the year. Now we have any board member comments and/or observations? Actually, I'd like to congratulate Richard Clark, our previous board chair, for his position on the planning board committee. He was elected in a write-in vote. So,
abandoned us. for the
abandoned.
planning board.
On to a higher calling.
Can I add to your abandonment?
No, you can't.
Sorry. I'm gonna need to resign from the board, as I need to, they've appointed me to be on this Special Ed Parents Advisory Council, and it meets on Tuesdays.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna have a conflict, so I need to step down. But I have not sent in anything yet, so I will make sure I do that, but just so that you know to get another member on.
Thank you, Kathy. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks
Might
for
want
your
to do it
service.
before this
And then I'll
airs.
have to,
Oops. Oh.
Run home.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any comments, thoughts?
Nope. Thank you for your time. We're gonna miss you.
Yeah, exactly. Now, on to board reorganization. That happens every June. And I've asked Kathy to take the lead on that.
I think there were some discussions, I think you were
Yep.
gonna nominate.
I'd like to nominate Pat to continue on as a vice chair, and based on the recent voting, I was gonna ask Stephanie to co-chair because she got the most votes.
So
To
you
invite
want,
Pat to be president, or whatever the title is, lead, and to co-chair with Stephanie.
so you want a set of co-chairs?
Co-chairs.
Co-chairs
Yeah.
versus, because we've done both.
Yep.
Yeah, so co-chairs.
Is that something, Pat, that you would like?
No, actually. I've spent a lot of time as chair, and I
Mhm.
think we really need to start looking at succession here. I mean, I would be willing certainly to be co-chair,
I think that's what.
as opposed to chair.
Okay.
And I think Stephanie needs to, is that gonna work with you? Because that will
Yeah.
require more of your time
yeah,
and involvement.
I have a little anxiety about it, but yeah.
I think Pat would be a great person to
Mentor
help.
me, yes.
To mentor, that's exactly it.
That's
She's
what I
been
would need,
wonderful
Pat, a mentor,
this whole year.
as long as you're willing to do that, because I know that would also mean more effort on your part as well, because I would need education and help.
I think you'll be in good hands with Pat.
I'd be willing to co-chair.
Okay.
Chair,
All right. So we need a motion.
I make a motion that Pat and Stephanie co-chair the
Second.
Rural Memorial Library trustees.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now, will you continue on as secretary?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure we need to vote on that, but I think we
Mm,
can.
yeah,
I
it's
make a
not.
motion
Okay.
that
Yes.
Joyce Narajinsky remain as secretary of the board.
I'll second that.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
Okay, I think we're reorganized.
Okay.
And our next meeting is July 23rd. Any other comments?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Excellent.
And for those of you who have not stopped by and met Lita, I think most